Every human who has ever lived is gone. Empires. Civilizations. Billions of minds, each filled with memories, fears, ideas. And now? Silence. But here's the problem with that. In this universe, nothing truly disappears, matter doesn't vanish, energy isn't destroyed. It transforms. So why would consciousness be the only exception? What if, when we die, we don't vanish? What if we disperse? Right now, scientists estimate that around 85% of the universe's matter is invisible. It doesn't reflect light. It doesn't absorb light. It barely interacts with ordinary atoms. And yet, it's there. We know this because galaxies rotate too fast. Gravity behaves as if something massive is holding them together. In the 1930s, astronomer Fritz Zwicky observed this strange gravitational effect in distant galaxy clusters. Later, equations developed by Albert Einstein helped confirm something deeply unsettling: the universe is dominated by something we cannot see. We call it dark matter. But we still don't know what it is. Let that sink in. Most of reality is unknown. Now consider something equally mysterious. Consciousness. You are aware right now, you are experiencing this moment. Neuroscience can measure electrical signals in your brain, it can track neurons firing, it can analyze chemical activity, but it cannot answer one fundamental question: why does awareness exist at all? Why isn't the brain simply a biological machine, processing inputs without any inner experience? Some scientists argue consciousness emerges from complexity. Others propose something stranger: that the brain doesn't create consciousness, it filters it. Like a radio receiving a signal. And if that were true, when the brain dies, the signal wouldn't necessarily disappear, only the receiver would. Dark matter has three defining traits: it has mass, it exerts gravity, it does not interact with light. Invisible, but influential. Now imagine something else that is invisible, yet deeply influential. Consciousness. It shapes decisions, moves bodies, builds civilizations. And yet, we cannot isolate it as a physical object. What if consciousness isn't made of normal matter? What if it consists of particles we haven't yet detected? Particles that don't emit light. Particles that pass through ordinary matter. Particles that barely interact, except gravitationally. Like dark matter. Every second, people die. And if consciousness were tied to unknown particles, then every death would release them into the universe. What if dark matter isn't just an exotic cosmic ingredient? What if it is the accumulated residue of every conscious being that has ever existed? A growing ocean of unseen awareness. Now consider this: the universe is expanding, galaxies drift apart. Space itself stretches. But what if expansion isn't only physical? What if it's informational? What if the universe is slowly filling with dispersed consciousness? Not as ghosts, not as personalities, but as raw awareness. Diffused, integrated, becoming part of the cosmic structure itself. If that were true, death wouldn't be extinction, it would be diffusion. Your thoughts, your perceptions, your awareness, not erased but redistributed. And dark matter, the invisible scaffolding holding galaxies together, would literally be the gravity of past minds, the weight of experience. The architecture of memory on a cosmic scale. If the universe is mostly dark matter, then most of reality could be accumulated consciousness. We may not be living in a cold, empty cosmos. We may be living inside the afterlife of countless beings. There is no evidence for this. No telescope has detected a soul particle. No experiment confirms this idea. This is speculation. but it reveals something important. We still don't know what dark matter is. And we still don't know what consciousness is. Two of the greatest mysteries in existence. And sometimes, the most dangerous assumption is believing we already understand reality. The scariest possibility isn't that there's nothing after death. It's that we've misunderstood what after means. Maybe there is no heaven, no void, no reincarnation. Maybe there is integration, absorption, expansion,